This is just awesome. I just love it here. Hey everybody, it's Chris, and today we're back in Narragansett, Rhode Island. Today we're at an area called Black Point. If you like the ocean, you're gonna wanna stick around. And if you like history and historical buildings, structures, you're gonna wanna stick around. So this is an area that was at one point the site of a possible condominium development. And the state of Rhode Island and private resources got together to turn it into what it is today. And that is a place to come and enjoy. What we're seeing here is actually new. This was just put in the past year. We're gonna just take a quick jaunt down here before we get to the main event. Isn't this beautiful? We're about to head right there. You can see there are fishermen that come here. These trails are just really neat places to come and walk, not only because you're walking along the ocean, but it's kind of like a hidden gem. Even on the weekends, while the parking lot is very small, only fits maybe 20 cars or so, and sometimes it's full on like a busy summer weekend, because it's so small, there still are never crowds here. And it's one of the reasons I like to wander here. If you saw my last video from the Narragansett seawall, that's a part of Narragansett that is jamming with throngs of visitors, locals, tourists. We're gonna head this way for a moment. In the summer, especially on a weekend, but this place remains kind of secluded. Again, that's part of the reason why I like it. Isn't this awesome? I'm gonna just pan right here. We're gonna get up close to the water, but just pause here for a moment. Isn't this beautiful? Now these rocks, when they're wet, because of the, I don't know if it's the algae, whatever, in that salt water, the rocks are very, very slippery if there's water on them. This rock is very dry, but I just love it here. Now let's head to the Windswept estate, which if you're into history, if you're into old buildings and structures, you're gonna wanna stick around. So I'm shooting 3 videos today, all in Narragansett. This is the second in the series. The next video I shoot will be from a place called Point Judith, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump south of here. And the star of the show for the next video is right there. Point Judith Light. There's a Coast Guard station there, an active Coast Guard station, and an awesome lighthouse. You can barely see it right now, but when we get closer, I think you'll be impressed. But that'll be for the next video. But now we're gonna check out the Windswept estate, which is just amazing. So a century ago, before the FDA, when people were peddling potions and whatnot, cures for various things, this guy invented this cure for something. I forgot what. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this amazing? Made a fortune with it, selling it door to door. Enough of a fortune to build this awesome estate known as Windswept. More than a century ago, it was sold to another owner who I think turned it into a restaurant. There's a whole history to the place, and the place is dead ahead. Or what used to be Windswept. Now it's just a relic, but it's a cool relic, and we're gonna get right up close to it. This placard here kind of explains some interesting facts, not only about Windswept, but about Black Point. So here is his elixir that he sold door to door. And that's the Windswept Mansion. And I guess what we're about to see, I think was the carriage house. So maybe the sides of this are still standing today. This is a little, if you want to pause and zoom in, a little bit about the history of this area and why it's called Black Point. There you go. But let's check out the Windswept, I guess it was the carriage house. I'm just so glad that this thing is still standing. You know, weather, any number of things could have taken this down. Somebody's been fishing, not surprising. Let's go inside. So you can see the other end there of this, I guess, carriage house. Someone had a fire in here at one point. I guess graffiti's just inherent in any of these things, unfortunately. But isn't this neat? And this guy's, the view of his house and his carriage house was right here. Something else. And again, the next video next week will be from the Point Judith Lighthouse. And we're gonna walk along an awesome stone jetty that is just incredible. So if you're new to the channel, we find and explore cool and interesting places. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you have any comments on anything we saw, anything we talked about, please put it in the comments. If you're not a subscriber yet, if you would subscribe, I sure would appreciate it. Whether you subscribe or not though, I do appreciate you watching. And until the next video, which again will be from Point Judith, Rhode Island, until then, thanks again for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.